How long did I wait in line to get into the concert? It was a little bit over an hour.
Translation, I can stand in a line for an extended period of time. I'm not too fat to do that, right? Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We are going to be talking about co-host Amberlynn Reid once again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Before we get into that, I do want to say I have a podcast with my friend Fraser, or iNabber, here on YouTube. And the last video that we uploaded is all about Amberlynn Reid. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to hear people talk about her for an extended period of time, make sure you check it out. We would really appreciate it. We've been having a ton of fun doing it. We would love to have you over there. But without further ado, let's get into Amberlynn Reid and what's been happening recently. So the last time that we talked about Amberlynn was before, I'm pretty sure, she had went to this Billie Eilish concert. So that's what this thumbnail is about, the best night of my life. Now, this next thumbnail really gives me, I'm not sure how many of you guys remember this, but I remember the Ace family. They had this whole drama when their house got broken into and they did a thing posing next to their broken window or broken door. That's exactly the vibes that I get from here. So this video, we're not going to go over it, but it's basically her, again, trying to explain how her cat ran away. It's just a lot of stuff. It's just a little unnecessary. I don't feel that it's needed to talk about. There's obviously tons of videos where people go over all of that stuff. The thing with Amberlynn, and I think one of her biggest flaws, or just one of the things that really, like, one big Amberlynn Reidism, right? Like, if you talk about Amberlynn Reid, one of the things you have to mention is this stuff. Her always consistently feeling that she needs to prove the haters wrong. And it is like a hallmark of her content. And you'll notice it as you start to watch. I'm sure most of you know this, but as you start to watch, you start to realize that everything that is happening in most of the videos there's a reason for it. There's a reason she's explaining why she's eating this meal or why I'm doing that. That's exactly what is happening here in this video, right? The truth video where she's trying to explain why all of this stuff is happening. But more recently, because that video was uploaded 8 days ago, Amberlynn has decided to start doing vlogmas once again. And so she is going to be, in her words, uploading a video every single day of December. And we're already 2 days in, and we're going to get into the content of these vlogmas videos. So this first video is titled NBC Interviewed Me About Fat Phobia. And I just, first thing, I just want to look at this thumbnail. Beautiful work. But again, it's only 5 minutes long. It's not super long at all. But even though it's super short, there's really not much to say about it. But let's go ahead and watch it.
Welcome to Vlogmas. So this is like a mini Vlogmas. If my vlog is only 3 minutes long, then it's only 3 minutes long. There's going to be no expectations at all. But you will be seeing, regardless of the length, one video from me from December 1st all the way to December 25th. So
it's like, it feels like she doesn't even, genuinely, it's like she doesn't even want to be doing this. And I feel like it's very obvious in not just this clip, but just in the videos in general. They are, and I mean this not in like a mean way, but just, I'm being honest, like they seem like even lazier than what I've seen in the past. It just, like, at this point, I don't understand. I mean, I do, because it's like, she has to make money, but it's like, it is so clear that there is zero thought. There's not a care in the world about actually making YouTube content, because that's one thing Amberlynn says all the time is like, I love making YouTube videos and I'm so thankful for my community. If you're so thankful and so appreciative of that, why would you not put at least a little bit of effort into these videos? If this is your livelihood and like the thing that is the most important thing to you, right? It's changed your life. It just feels like there's zero care. And it's like, whatever. I'm just going to say whatever. I'm going to do whatever. It doesn't matter.
I was actually supposed to have an interview yesterday with NBC. As you guys know, I actually told you guys about it, where I declined the offer to do the interview. They actually saw my video where I spoke about it. So they reached back out to me and they wanted to do the interview. And I was like, yes, of course I'll do it. So it's an NBC article about girl world, Nikocado avocado, fat phobia, fat shaming, and YouTube monetizing that. So I'm extremely nervous. This is the first interview that I ever said yes, I will do. I'm so nervous. My stomach hurts. But I'm gonna do great. I know I am. Just think positive thoughts for me, please. But yes.
So the first thing I want to say, and I'm sure people are noticing this, right? So the title of this video is NBC interviewed me about fat phobia, and that's kind of what she says is like the criticism. And I'm sure that there are people that have made videos that they focus on the fact that Amberlynn and Reid is large. But the vast majority of people that literally like, you know, they do commentary specifically on Amberlynn, they don't mention her size that much, right? Like I talk about it frequently because obviously my channel is Obese to Beast, and I think that losing weight, and I still believe this, would be a genuinely huge help to her quality of life. Because what we're seeing now, the videos that we are seeing now, Amberlynn is sitting in basically one spot. There's nothing happening. There's just like no movement. She left her house to move across the country, it seems like, right? Because it doesn't seem like she's moving back anytime soon. She hasn't brought that up at all. And like she's just sitting in one spot. It doesn't seem like the quality of her life is very good, right? And so I genuinely do think that losing weight would be helpful. But regardless of that, like the majority of people that are making videos about her that focus on her are not focused on her weight. They're focused on the decisions that she's making, the choices that she's making, and the ways that things are being gaslit into thinking that there are other things going on, right? Like the title of this video, NBC interviewed me about fat phobia. It gives the impression that the reason people are critical of Amberlynn is because she's fat. And that's just not true, right? That might be a part of it. That might be something that's mentioned, right? I talk about it because she says that she wants to lose weight all the time, and then nothing happens, right? So like, yeah, I mentioned that, but it's not because I have any animosity towards her and her size. It's just frustrating, right? It's just frustrating. You guys know what I'm saying.
The interview was supposed to be yesterday, but they contacted me and said we had to reschedule, so it's going to be happening today. So, the nervous jitters. You guys, my interview is in 15 minutes, and I am just like so nervous. A part of me wants to be like, okay, never mind, let's not do the interview. But you know what? I need to be like a grown woman and just do it. Do it, do it, do it. Like, it's genuinely time that my voice is heard. Huh, baby girl. Yeah, love you. You guys, the interview is over. It was 40 minutes long and honestly went so good. The journalist was super kind and it just made it like really easy to talk to her. She said there might be update questions and she might just send them in a text message. And she also said,
I'm curious if they knew she was going to be filming this video. Because it's kind of like usually when you do interviews, they don't want you to broadcast it out there if the interview's not coming out right away, right? So I'm curious what they think about the title of this video.
that the article won't be published probably until like the end of December. I don't know. I feel like there was so much I could have said, but I didn't want to just like ramble on and on. But as I sit here, I'm like, damn, there's so much to be said. Either way, great interview. I'm glad that that was my first interview that I ever said yes to in 11 years. Wow. I don't understand. Beginning of this video, I was wearing earrings. Where did they go? I have no idea. So I ordered 2 tiny ornaments. They're not for me, but Tommy was putting up the Christmas tree and...
All right, so we're going to go ahead and skip. We're going to skip this part because there's really, I just have nothing to say about it. But let's skip ahead to this this clip where she's eating some food, huh?
I forgot it was vlogmas, folks, and I've already had 3 of my sushis. This is a meal that I have been loving lately. This is Connie salad, which is just like an imitation crab. And then this is just crab sushi pretty much. And I'm telling you, like, this has just been like one of my like fixations lately. And thankfully it's not like an unhealthy fixation by no means. Like my last fixation was Tootsie Rolls. That's not the greatest, but this one's so good.
So again, right? So it's like intentionally, in my opinion, intentionally sharing this one because look, I'm being good, right? I'm trying to lose weight. See, look at what I'm eating. And then also, I think very much so intentionally wanting to get a shot like this to use for the thumbnail because Amberlynn, you know, doesn't seem that she likes to pose really very much for thumbnails unless she's posing in front of her. Unless she's posing in front of a door that's open. I'm sorry. That was petty. But yeah, I think that's, again, intentionally sharing, oh, look, see, like I'm eating sushi. It's pretty healthy, right? Like, see, I'm still trying to lose weight when there has been no mention of wanting to lose weight. Remember there was Ozempic that was going to be taken by her and Tommy, and that is not happening anymore. There's no mention of wanting to lose weight at all anymore in any video.
Oh my god. Why is that so good? And then it also has like some sort of, I want to say panko on top. And then I just add a little bit of soy sauce. And also the sushi has avocado, which is my fave. All right, so there are some questions about the Billie Eilish concert that I want.
So, and then this right here is quintessential Amberlynn Reid. These are questions that she got, right? These are comments that are popular on the videos about the Billie Eilish thing, right? So again, this is her proving the haters wrong. The most common Amberlynn Reid thing. Every single question here is her trying to prove someone wrong. That's the whole reason she uploaded this part of the video.
I want to answer. First one is, were you in accessible seating, like handicap seating? No, this was an executive suite.
So again, the translation there is, I am not too fat to fit into the regular seating. And people are saying that I am too fat to fit into the regular seating. That's the reason that that's the translation there, right? That's why she is mentioning this.
Did we stay in a hotel room? No. We actually left to go home that night. How long?
I'm healthy enough to drive there and back in the same day. Translation.
Did I wait in line to get into the concert? It was a little bit over an hour.
Translation. I can stand in a line for an extended period of time. I'm not too fat to do that, right? That's the translation.
Why did I keep changing seats during the concert? I definitely didn't. It was just because Tommy's phone camera like made the image reversed versus when I was using my camera, it made the image like look different. So there was no seat changing. And then the last question.
Translation. I'm not too fat to sit in one seat, right?
Is, was there anyone sitting next to Tommy? Yes, there was like tons of people on the side of her, but I wanted to end. But those are the people that we actually made friends with while we
I don't really know what the translation is there. You guys can tell me.
were there. Thank you guys.
So that's the first video. And the next video for Vlogmas is titled, I Had to Call 911. I hate to break it to you, but we will read the top comment. I can't believe we were clickbaited on November 32nd. So it's clickbait. The 911 call is nothing to do with the cat missing. It has nothing to do with Amberlynn. It has nothing to do with their family, anything like that. This video is, I'm just going to be honest, this is incredibly boring. There's really not much to share. She ends up cooking some spaghetti, and a lot of people are definitely not happy with the way that she does it. You know, everyone has a different way to cook spaghetti. But again, it's like all normal ingredients. There's this Texas toast, but something that's interesting is, you know, the amount of food that is made is you know, it's a pretty good amount of food, right? This is, you know, it's a good amount. There's this spaghetti, there's a Texas toast, there's this salad. And so it's one thing that's Amberlynn hasn't mentioned, right, is that Tommy has a child and that lives there, I'm pretty sure. And it's just like, this is stuff that people know. And I talked about this on the podcast, right? Because with Amberlynn Reid, like the people that are watching her videos, a lot of those people are also, if not almost all of them, are also watching reaction channels, and the reaction channels have talked about this. And so it's just like, at this point, I don't get the reason of like, not like, oh, it's, you know, I don't want to show, like, you don't have to show them, but like to act like they don't live there. It's just very strange. It's like Amberlynn's always like, I want to be very open and honest about this, but also this huge thing, I'm not even going to mention it and then be surprised when people are like, hey, what about this, right? But this video, that's kind of the whole thing with that. And then like this whole section right here is literally just her and Tommy like talking, which I'll show a little clip, but it's honestly incredibly boring if I'm being completely honest.
Really,
Is it hectic kind of?
it's really good.
What's in it?
What's in it? Beans.
That's about it. It's them like laughing, and then the 911 call is this whole thing right here.
Typical. Like it's literally flickering.
So they thought that there was a fire here. It ended up being a space heater. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know. That's really it. There's really not much else to it. And so the whole situation right now is very interesting. Obviously, there is a lot of people that are curious. You know, the cat is basically not mentioned. It's like mentioned for a few seconds at the beginning of this video, I believe. And it just seems that Amberlynn doesn't seem like she's going to be going home anytime soon. She's doing this Vlogmas, but vlogging what exactly, I don't really know. It's like, I understand wanting to be a YouTuber and doing this for a long time, but if you're not going to be doing anything in your vlogs, why do vlogmas? Why not instead just do some other type of content that doesn't require it to be a vlog? How I feel is that Amberlynn Reid, I don't think that losing weight is the only thing that matters in life, but it seems that you are intent in trying to prove to people that you can live a normal life the size that you are, when in reality, like, if you were to buckle down and really focus on your weight, you would be able to live that life that you're trying to prove to other people that you can live. And like, there is just so much more quality of life that you could have if you actually focused on this. I understand people are like, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, if someone is Amberlynn Reid size, or someone is 300 pounds, or someone is 250 pounds, if they want to lose weight, I want them to understand that they can do that, right? You're never a lost cause, and regardless of how many times you've tried, it is possible, right? Obviously, I hope Amberlynn hears that, but I hope anyone that's watching this video understands that they are never too far gone. You can lose weight. It is not impossible. That's the message that I want to share, and that's what I hope people hear. That's just how I feel. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you made it to this point in the video and you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, please consider doing that. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost you anything. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.